Ciao and welcome. This is the fifth episode of FCTalk, the podcast about artistic photography that is hosted on my site, that is fcphotography.com, and then shared on Spotify and on my YouTube channel, Francesco Coppola. I am Francesco Coppola, your host. Welcome. So I arrived here posting this episode pretty late, I know. There has been three motivations for this delay. One is colleague is about my health because I had a long period of lumbalgy or lower back pain that blocked me for too many days, and this blocked me in doing many things that on cascade delayed everything I had to do. Now I can tell you, now I am just fine. At least without medical assistance, I managed luckily to exit that situation. Now I'm fine, that said. On another motivation, it was that after the end of this health issue, we were near the Easter period. I didn't thought that it would be wise to produce a podcast episode, but more than this, to launch the second sale campaign of my artistic photo, the high quality paper and ink, because in that period, more or less, everybody, for what I know, I have the mind set on other things, enjoy Easter time, springtime, more or less, and not thinking to collecting art that can be a good investment. And then the third motivation that is that I tell you now is very sincere. I have to confess that another motivation for this delay is comes from my inner, my instinctual reaction to the what happened in the first sale campaign. As you probably know, my first campaign wasn't a success. It was surely an interesting experiment. I have learned something. I'm sure there are more things that I will have to learn, but that campaign that went completely ignored hurt me. And why? Well, rationally, thinking with my mind, I know that I couldn't expect much more than this, that what happened. Entering the artistic selling world is difficult. It requires a good communication that has to reach the right people that I try to reach and see if they are interested in my artistic production, and I'm referring to gallery owners, art lovers, to photography art collectors, people that are adding problem to problem. In Italy, there are not many, and for nude art photography, maybe there is none. Most probably not. We usually in Italy we have little numbers about everything that is important. We have abundance in sometimes good things, food for instance, environmental diversity, but even bad things. And coming from abroad, from a foreign country, to reach people in Paris, in London, New York, Berlin, Los Angeles. It's an hard adventure that at the beginning I cannot expect to have such a success. That said, but we are not as human being only made of brain, or from the right side of the brain. There is even the left side of the brain. There are the emotions, and I am an artist, and so to me the photos that I proposed for the first cell campaign were important. The meaning of the images, aside from the beauty celebration, came from a traumatic experience I had, comes from suffering. They were really pieces of my heart, and seeing them so not considered, it was a hit, really. But now I'm here, I'm doing this second attempt to register correctly this podcast. We are moving on. We restart again. If I think rationally, and with this we step in a second part of this podcast, I can understand why my emotional brain feel deluded. Because February, and from the beginning of this year more, I can say that my site passed from under 500 visits to reach a peak of 3,700 visits per month. That is a lot. I never handled a site this visited. This is not my first site that I handled. When I was into book publishing sector, I had one site, and more than this, in February I obtained 4 publications in 4 international photography magazines. Style Cruise from France, Style Cruise magazine, Unattired magazine from London, Socks and Pizza from New York, and it has to go out, but I know it will go. Even Over magazine from Los Angeles. with this big jump in visiting my site and with these publications, I defy everybody else to not think, well, maybe I will succeed in sell something I didn't expect to sell all the closed editions, 60 photos, 60 prints of free photos. But I hoped at least to sell, I don't know, at the minimum 2 or 3 small editions, at least one big one. Receiving zero was something that this really displeasing me. But if I go on the analytics of my site, I can see why. I can see why, because my analytics, my site is on Squarespace. The Squarespace analytics do even the geographical composition. And the geographical composition on my site told me that despite my communication is in English since the beginning of this year, the around the 85% of these big numbers of people visiting my site comes from Italy. And that explains a lot. Why? I have talked a bit before in this episode, but Italy has small numbers of art lovers, someone competent even into reading an image. But more than this, there is a lot of people maybe that has the sensibility, the interest, but maybe they lack the money. They are not the right customer of mine. This is a little part. I want to save a little part of those people visiting my site. But I will say that the majority of them simply they have a cultural problem in evaluating a beautiful girl naked. They don't expect big prints to hang on their walls of high quality paper and ink that costs, obviously. When I say I do artistic photography, I produce artistic nude photography of beautiful women, girls and women. They expect rather that I propose downloadable digital images that notoriously are of low cost. For what I've seen on Etsy, on other platforms, the digital images, no matter the size in pixel, are sold within 3 to less, always less than 10 euros each. But more than this, they expect that my images, instead of having a sensible, emotive drive, a psychological, analytical value, they expect soft porn. Because there is a big problem in the male education in this country. There is a big problem in relationships in this country. I'm saying and repeating this country because I'm an Italian living in Italy. I know my chickens. I don't know the other ones that are in other countries. I say that this country has a big problem. That explains 85% of people that visit my site that comes from Italy. I can understand. Even my left side of the brain, even my emotional intelligence understands that they are not my right target of my business. And sincerely, I don't want to have them in my analytics. I don't want to have such high numbers of bad payers and people that thinks that a naked woman is an easy prey for their sexual desires. So, such that I'm quite confident that if by pure hypothesis the 85-ish% visiting my site came instead from, I don't know, USA, England, France, or even Spain or Germany, I could have succeeded in selling some photo. I could have met someone that understand what I'm doing, understand and appreciate what I'm doing after seeing not only the images but the messages, the message that they brought with them that was under the image. It was easy to find and read. This is, I think, obviously, it means that I am just at the beginning of a long journey. I have to continue to insist with my communication in English, insist in finding the right people that are real art collectors, and it will happen in due time. It will happen even because you cannot see it, but I continue to send images to international magazines. A new thing, I am participating in selections for art fairs dedicated to artistic nudes, not only photography, but with every other media, including photography. And maybe I will, or sooner or later, I will be able to do an exposition on my work. It is one of my goals. And in time, with more publications, with some exposition, obviously my experimentation with the techniques, all the techniques will improve, will go higher and higher in value. I have the first ideas on how to do it. I need only to organize the shooting, and I will do it. So, and continuing producing these podcasts. I admit I have to do more videos for my YouTube channel and maybe even some short video for Instagram Reels. it appears that this is important, aside the fact that producing video where I talk, it is an advice that I give you to every one of you that is listening that has an Instagram account, is a security advice. Produce videos, short videos with you talking of what you like shortly on these reels, because this is a way to Instagram to understand whose account is of whom. If not, if by chance, a chance that happened to me, and not only to me, to many people, if some hacker succeeds in stealing your account, years of passion, of work will be stolen to you. Instagram will do nothing. Willing or unwilling, I'm sure that Meta is more serious, can do something better, but in this valley of tears we live in, we have to face it. Instagram will not help you if you lose your account, unless you can demonstrate that you are the owner of your account, and this is done by publishing sometime photos of you. Maybe for the more of you that use Instagram only to show what you eat, where you go, and doing many selfies, it's not a problem. But I am a portrait photographer. I know that I think that my face is not that interesting to see. And my work is more important. But for security's sake, even photographers need to spend some energy in learning producing videos. Short videos now and then, share it, and you will be more protected against theft of your Instagram accounts. This said, and to me, adding a more pristine, a better work in video producing on my YouTube channel, maybe it will help to change this composition and improve the international audience and lower my fellow Italian bad thinkers. Aside that, I can tell you one positive thing that happened during this pause that I had to have. That for the first time since the beginning of the rise in the numbers of my site, wow, see if it is low. the composition went really down. So at this moment we are at 78%. 78% is really it's the first time that the Italians on my site goes under 80. Usually they were more on 85, maybe before was even higher. And for me this is an improvement. This said, I remember this podcast is not only about my person, but is about the culture of image on photography. So for now, I have some update on the artificial intelligence problems that are affecting the the job, the places that can be achieved by new photographers into, above all, fashion photography. As in previous updates I've told you, the brand of denim street fashion Levi's around 2 years ago started to produce its editorials and campaigns using not real models shot by real photographers and all the crew that is around, stylist, hairstylist, makeup artist, but using artificial intelligence. And now we know another company not very far from Levi's, that is H&M, has started to produce to their models some digital twin of the models. Maybe you don't know, but firms of the type of Zara, of H&M, decided to improve their image and to reposition themselves in a higher value position, and then started around more than 5 years ago started to doing editorials, campaigns properly made. I don't know, I'm not inside their sector, but at least seemed to be the good old work with photographers, models, and all the crew around. Only that H&M now starts to propose to its models this digital twin. What is the use of this digital twin? That the model work is really hard. Model has to appear perfect for the shoot, if the shoot requires perfection, obviously, but usually it is. They have to face fatiguing selections. They have to wear the autumn-winter collection in summer and the spring-summer collection in autumn-winter, because the production of photos has to follow by force the production of dresses, and models obviously need to be in shape, healthy, and all things they can. Sorry, I add another thing. They can be only in one place at time, naturally. So this digital twin doesn't need to eat to a controlled diet, doesn't need to go to gym, doesn't need all the groove that handles her hair, her makeup, her dress. Doesn't need a photographer. Can be used while she is doing a live set. For models, this can be a convenient fact, but first thing first, these are new type of economic relationships. I'm quite sure there is no law that regulates this use of the model's image. I don't know for sure, but I am pretty sure that if the model is paid for a live shooting, an hypothetical 10, her copy, digital copy, will be paid less. I don't know how much less, 5, but give time to this thing to develop, and if now is 5, tomorrow will be 3, then 2. Because I have heard already a similar smell from a digital platform of a different type of creativity. I'm talking about Spotify, a Spotify for musical creative. All of you, if some of you is in that has this musical drive and tried to be known on Spotify, you know that that is not a good thing. And so this is another sign that, after all, for us photographer is not good at all. This is yet another sign that for all the people like me that are near the completion of an improved and ready to be presented to the agency portfolio, this moment needs an abandoned ship. Because I have discussed in previous podcast episodes, these practices are made by companies that think that their brand can be brought on or saved, sparing money on the people that work with them. And I have anticipated this thing. I thought every company of commodity products thinks the same. If they can spare money, they will do everything they can. But there is yet the haute couture, the alta moda, high fashion firms, those firms that they don't produce commodities. They produce unique and authentic pieces of manual labor with high value materials. I don't expect that an Yves Saint Laurent or Armani or Gucci will soon adopt these measures, even if this is said at this state of the artificial intelligence that produce art. They produce photography, not art. They cannot yet produce art. They can imitate it, but they cannot produce something new. This said, there are other considerations following something new that is related to to artificial intelligence, and all of you that are on Instagram, I suppose you have seen it. So those people that share selfies transformed with a free artificial intelligence application in a manga anime style resembling the art by master Hayao Miyazaki. How viral it went. Even if Master Miyazaki showed his disgust, you can find on the internet his reaction to this thing, and you will see he is not pleased at all. But this is one sign that I add another one. This went viral more on professionals, including photographers, not professional, but enthusiast photographers, not photographers with good taste. But another viral thing that on Instagram went was a self-portrait of these people transformed with ChatGPT like an action figure with its tools of work inside the plastic cover. And both of these thing is a sign on how common people, even photographers, by luck or by misfortune, it's too easy to buy a digital camera and call yourself photographer. But those who did this thing with ChatGPT showed to me that they are not into art photography. This is quite sure. And simply, if Lewis put the first needle in the coffin of the career of the jobs of professional, cool fashion photography, H&M is the second. So you see, this coffin is is only at the beginning to be closed, but the ether of closing has started. Can anyone, not only me, but anyone can afford to spend months, if not years, to collaborate without being paid with a fashion agency, only waiting for some substitution and hope with the substitution to start to enter in the paid work into fashion photography? My answer is already made, and I repeat it. Abandon ship! Only art photography will continue to be unchallenged by artificial intelligence. Only we have feelings. Only we make mistakes. Only we receive backstabbing, abandoning. hurts, wounds. Only we can dance on our wounds. Only we can do proper artistic photography. That said, the major part of this podcast episode has been already told you what this time I had to expect me to launch the second sale campaign as soon as possible. I hope I'm working to do it this week. The worst that can happen that I have to wait next Tuesday, but it should be this week. No promises. You know, I have 15 years old. I have some problems with my health sometime, not always. I'm not that derelict yet. I have an old mother I have to attend to. I have to do things that are not photography related. I have little economic resources. That means that I'm using an old computer, free tools as much as I can. I like to write with my action the book of a cheap-ass photographer that can succeed in with his passions and his love for the photography media to achieve a successful life with big earnings and the possibility to give proper cure to people of my family, and living and productive, successful, recognized life. I think that this is important and cool. I think this is cool, so we'll wait for you for next episodes and on fcphotography.com. Stay well, stay productive, stay artistic. Per aspera ad astra.